Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Anthony Schollers, and welcome to my YouTube channel, NoWomenInHeaven.com. Also, you can access the website at NoWomen.com, NoWomenInHeaven.com on the internet. And on the internet, you'll find things such as our bumper stickers. I'll have to get that on. Coffee mug, and this is a new one that's been updated. I know I showed you a different one yesterday, but I complained about the picture and they made the picture larger on the coffee mug. Also, we have the hats and the t-shirts that we sell along with our book. So these can be purchased on the website at NoWomen.com, NoWomenInHeaven.com. Today I have a hot topic, and our title for the show is going to be, do you have the proper airfare to make it to heaven? You need the proper airfare to fly from California to New York. You can drive if you want, but many people prefer to fly. So you have to have the proper airfare to fly. Do we have the proper airfare to make it to heaven? And this is for women. There are 4 criteria that is in the Bible, and this criteria is important. Also, there are some things that you're going to learn, and it's in the Bible. So you have to be able to understand what is written and to follow what is written. If you decide not to, it may lower your chances of making it. Okay, so we're going from A, B, C, and D. We're going to start with number A. And this would be referred to as no back talk. In the Bible, you've got tons of women, hundreds of women. Many of their names are mentioned. But in the Bible, there was only one woman who was referred to as a good wife, and that is Leah, Rachel's sister. And she was one that was married to Jacob. In Scripture, it says she's the only one that never gave her husband no lip. She gave him no back talk. Now, I know some of you women out there love to just lay into it. Lit him up, huh? And then tell your girlfriends, yeah, I told him off. Well, you're down to B. You were an A student. So since you decided to mouth off and give him lip, now you're down to B. Because once you mouth off to your man, you're no longer considered a good wife or a good woman. And that's something you have to consider. Remember, it's not anything that I am saying. I am only telling you what is written. And it's written in the book. Okay, second we have to look at, because we're down to B, is that, are you a good helpmeet? So you're saying, well, what do you mean? Okay, in Scripture it says your purpose is to be a helpmeet. So Eve's job was to help meet Adam, whatever his needs are. You say, well, really, men are simple. Cooking, because you know he's hungry. He wants a clean house. He wants you to maintain your shape. Watch how you talk. Don't be out there, around his friends and carrying on. But you have to ask yourself, are you a good helpmeet? In order to be a good helpmeet, you're either married to the man, and if you're not sleeping with the man. I know that's hard, but you have to understand, your helpmeet, if you're with this person, you're either married to him or you're not sleeping with him. Because to be a good helpmeet, it must mean you're a good wife. You're married. And we know that according to Scripture, what is written, it's almost impossible to find a good wife. In fact, let me show you some of the information that I'm explaining to you. You can Google. The only problem is, and this is what I'm finding out with Google and now with AI technology, it's opinionated. when I Googled, okay, helpmeet in Genesis, okay, I want to find out helpmeet. I'm looking for scripture. When you Google now scripture, it's giving you the opinion instead of just the actual scripture. So I didn't ask defining a helpmeet, but that's what Google wants to do because it wants to give you its opinion. Similar to AI, you can ask AI a straight question and it wants to give you its opinion instead of just the straight knowledge that you need. And I want you to understand is that I've got a buddy at the gym. I gave him my book. He says, so what does that mean? The spirits are non-gender, right? And I looked at him like, where did that come from? What you create here on earth does not transcend up there in heaven. If you want to have non-gender and all that talk here on earth, that's not in heaven. Because if there was non-gender in heaven, why would the sons of heaven come to earth seeking women? Right? Now you think about that. Huh? You think there's non-gender in heaven? You couldn't be that far off, are you? You think your Father in heaven, who you call your Father in heaven, is non-gender? Really? And somehow all the angels have male names? Well, if they're non-gender, why do they have male names? So, okay, let's get back to our study here. Okay, helpmeet. You can find this in Genesis 2:18, Proverbs 3:10, and something you have to understand. Proverbs 31:10, what did I say, 3:10, 31:10, says, she will do him good and not evil all the days of her life. So that's one fine quality of a good helpmeet. One, she will not do him evil. Come on, girls. Yeah, I know. Slammed his dinner down. Went out with his good friend. Misbehaved. On the phone with other people. Doesn't seem like a good helpmeet. Okay. And remember, do we have the proper airfare to make it to heaven? Let's look at another thing. A good wife. So, no back talk. You're a good helpmeet, meaning that you went and made his dinner. You didn't tell him to go get it on his own. Go get it yourself. Oh, you didn't already messed up. One, you didn't back talk. Two, he doesn't have a good helpmeet. You're in trouble. I mean, you're not holding a good ticket. Okay, another one is referred to as a good wife. According to Scripture, it is almost impossible to find a good wife. And this is what Solomon says. Now, I don't want to mispronounce this, but it's like Ecclesiastes or something like it's Ecclesiastes. Ecclesiastes. I'm sorry, I'm mispronouncing this. But 720. 728. And this is Solomon speaking. One man among 1,000 have I found, but a woman among all those I have not found. He's saying, very few truly upright people, meaning speaking about men. I found very few upright men. None among women he knew. Very wealthy person who was supposed to be blessed with riches. And he says, very few men are upright, but I have not found any women. Now, does that mean there are no upright women? Impossible. Because we have upright women. Leah was one. We know she was one. Virgin Mary, Jesus' mother, was not referred to as a good wife. If If you can't find your kid for 3 days, I don't call that a good mom. You know, especially that's your husband's first son, and you can't find him for 3 days, you got problems. Okay, last but least, number 1, no back talk. 2, good helpmeet. 3, good wife. And what does Scripture say? It's almost impossible to find one. And last but least, fornication. I know you've been living together for years and you've got the children, but he's never married you. That's fornication. This is why I do not teach anyone that Yahuah, who you refer to as God, which is a title, got married pregnant. I don't push that scenario because that's fornication. I know that the minister is going to run down to you this immaculate conception. Is that similar to what the sons of heaven did when they came to earth seeking women? Immaculate conception? So what you have to understand, ladies and gentlemen, is that fornication is a no-no. In Corinthians 6:18, flee fornication. You have to get away from it. So, you know, this is kind of interesting here, and I'd like to text my friend and says, well, your wife is going to heaven if she falls within this criteria. She's a good helpmeet. She don't give you back talk. She's a good wife, and you don't practice fornication. And she hasn't practiced fornication. And that's something you have to consider. And also, I'll do a special on chosen ones. And this is going to determine how can you determine whether or not you're a chosen one, especially when it comes to the women. Isaiah 3:16 shows that a lot of women are cursed, but the ministers in the church are telling you that you're blessed. And you say, what is one way of telling if a woman is cursed? According to Isaiah 3:16, I shall smite thy forehead with baldness. You notice how so many women here now, their hairline is falling way back and they've got baldness here? Okay, that comes from being cursed. It says you've been cursed. And Isaiah 3:16 says, you're a daughter of Zion, you're a chosen one, but I have cursed you because of your tongue. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I guess this is enough about upsetting you. Remember, go to the website, nowomeninheaven.com, and we have items that you can purchase. This is Anthony Schillers, kind of keeping it a little short. I know you're probably angry out there with your voodoo doll just sticking a knife in it. But again, remember, you want to have a ticket to heaven. You want to make sure that you're holding the right airfare to make it. And be able to make it to heaven, we have to hold our tongue. We want to be a good helpmeet. You want to be a good wife, because remember, if you're with someone, you're either married or you're not sleeping with them. Because last one, we don't want to bring in fornication. Fornication is what brought the flood the first time. Because of the sons of heaven were fornicating with the women here on earth. And that had to be destroyed. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. You have a wonderful day. Don't be too angry about our show here. It's a wonderful place. Leave your comments and like or dislike. And remember to subscribe. This is Anthony Schillers. Thank you very much. You have a wonderful day.